Alright, greetings everybody, greetings. We're going to do our yoga class. Thank you so much for joining up with me today. We have some powerful experiences of positivity today, is our theme today. And the theme is, I am powerful. I am powerful. And so in the power of moving forward, we're going to do a little combination of yoga and Tai Chi and move forward with wellness and integrating the two. So, as always, yoga is a universal inclusiveness of welcoming all people from all journeys of life and coming together to accept diversity and the dimensions of who we are. And then also, if we are moving in a direction that's towards our wellness, that's another focus of yoga and Tai Chi. So it's integrating all domains of wellness. So yoga comes from one part of our world sphere, and then Tai Chi comes from another. So we're integrating the two. And in that regard, if there's ever a pain or a creak or an issue with your body part today, your limbs or your body, be cautious. So be careful and be safe. All right? So here we go with Chair Tadasana Mountain Pose. I'm going to just tell my Alexa, turn it lower a little bit. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Turn the volume lower. Hold on. Let me turn the volume down. Hold on. Okay, hello again. I turned the volume down. I turned the volume down on my Alexa. So, all right, good to see everybody. Welcome. We're going to start off in Chair Tadasana. So our feet are flat on the floor and our toes are pointed straight. Our knees are in line with our ankles, stacking. Knees in line with our hip points, aligning. We bring our hands to our hips and we gently rock back and forth, side to side, feeling that rhythm, feeling that anchoring and securing the groundingness, the rootedness of who we are at home. So regardless of where we are on our journey of life, we are always at home within the heart center, within your essence of peace and serenity. So regardless of wherever we have been and or where we are going, we can always find cherishedness and sacredness in our heart. Coming back to a neutral spine, we take our palms to our lower back, our kidneys. Our fingertips are pointing down and our elbows are out wide. And very gently, as we push into our kidneys, our lower back, very gently, we have a nice strong spine from the base of our sits bones to our lower back. That tilts our tailbone down and our pelvis points up. We slide our fingertips into our seat cushion. And now one hand to the lower back and one hand to the belly button. We squeeze it in gently. Belly button to spine. Belly button zips up to your heart center. Zip up your core. Bring your hands to your side body from your sits bones to your shoulders. And gently elevate upwards. Beautiful, everybody. Now we bring our right hand to the left shoulder and the left hand to the right shoulder, and you elevate your elbows and they're pointed straight. And this is the dream big pose. Dreaming big, dreaming large, dreaming imaginatively in our heart, spirit, body, and mind, and inviting all the dreams that are deep within the recesses of who we are to come together to form one in our life. So on the next breath cycle, we're just going to bring our chin to our chest as we exhale down and exhale down into our chin to our chest. And on the next breath cycle, inhale up, exhale chin to chest, inhale up, exhale chin to chest, and on the next breath cycle, inhale up. Beautiful. 3 dreams. Dreams are coming true, coming to fruition, coming together. broad across the collarbones, arms come out to the letter T. Take flight with our fingertips as our fingertips and our arms just gently go up and down, side to side. There we go, beautiful. Imagining we're buoyant and taking flight, soaring and banking like an eagle. And on the next breath cycle, exhale our hands down by our side. Inhale the shoulders to our ears, roll them back down your back pocket. Inhale your hands up onto your lap. Flip your palms up to receive grace and blessings of life. So this sharing and giving position, we share ourselves with others, and in turn, we receive others into our lives. So we share ourselves with others, like I here in this video, and then we share and receive others to our life. And we come back to a neutral, open stance of welcoming. And now we align from our sits bones to our shoulders. We grow tall on a golden thread, shifting our ears over our shoulders. We're really growing tall and strong in our position of Chair Tadasana. The halo that we wear, we take our hands to the halo, the golden orb, the aura, and we just elevate it, and we elevate the spine even further. Bringing our hands down by our side to our knees. And we're in this wonderful alignment from our feet, our heels, all the way to the crown of our head. So we're anchoring in our feet and growing and elevating upward to the crown of our head. So take a few moments here and now and find and discover, explore that alignment in our carriage, in our framework. And as we do so, and we feel that confidence, that strength in chair mountain pose, or in Tai Chi, it's called Wu Ji, we feel that breath cycle. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice and easy, nice and slowly, nice and deliberately. So feel that rhythm of your breath cycle here as we turn inwardly to experience that connection from our structure of our muscular skeletal system to the awareness of our breath, integrating into one. So while my voice and I am a guide and a Sherpa in this journey during this experience of yoga and Tai Chi, you yourself are the ultimate guide of life. So in understanding that, we understand our own breath work. So my pace, my calling out is different than your pace and your experience. So take a few moments here and now and just feel the experience of being present. No longer human doers, just feeling the power of human being present, being here, being now. So take a few moments and just breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathing in and out, slowly, deliberately, with intention and purpose, we find meaning in the power of our breath cycle. Take a few moments here and now and just breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In a few moments, I'll read a passage of powerful words of wisdom, inspirational message, and we'll create our mantra from those words. Today's message is, believe that you can. If he didn't, why can't I? If she did it, why not me? If they didn't, so could you. Believe that you can and you will. Believe that you can and you will. So today's message is about belief and believing that we can do so many important and powerful things in our lives. From making a soup or making a recipe in the kitchen, to working on rehabilitation or helping ourselves to be better than who we are. So believe that you can and you will. Today's 3 words of powerful message in our chanting are, I believe I can. So it's I believe I can. I believe I can. So we'll chant those words in our chanting experience. Awakening, feeling refreshed, feeling rejuvenated in spirit, mind, and body, we begin to wiggle the fingers on our hands and the toes on our feet. With greater movement and ease, we drop our hands off our knees and inhaling them up and overhead, clapping above our head. The first chanting word, or actually 2 words, is I believe. I believe. Inhaling your hands up and over your head, clapping above your head. The second chanting word is the word I. I. Inhaling your hands up and over your head, gently clapping above your head, announcing your arrival. The third chanting word is the word can. Can. I believe I can. I can. I know I can. The chanting bells are rung 3 times in the power of the spirit, mind, and body coming together to form one, the Trinity of wellness for you and I and all of humanity. May we continue to seek peace. Pausing, believing, breathing, we bow forward to each other and say, Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Peace with you. Peace, peace, peace. So Namaste is the universal handshake of hello. The honor and the light of me, honor and welcome the light and honor of you. So it's a handshake, a universal handshake of wellness. Very good. We're going to begin with our head down to our toe. And today what I'd like to do is a little bit more Tai Chi, Qigong exercises. So I have a list of different things that I'd like to do. One of which is called windmill pose. And I'd like to work on rubbing our knees and working our knees, circle breath. And of all things, there's a pose called rooster stand on one leg. So it's similar to crunches, but it's called rooster stand on one leg. So just some different ones that I'd like to focus in on, okay? So here we go. I'm going to just take my notes because I've been focusing in a little bit more on Tai Chi these days in our sessions. So hands on our knees, and on the next breath cycle, we tuck our chin into your chest, and then we hollow out our belly, and we just bring our belly button a little bit more in towards the back of the chair. And as we do so, we look down at the toes. On the next breath cycle, we rise up, bring your belly button a little bit further forward, and as you do so, we look up towards the light, feel the warmth of the sun on your cheeks. On the next breath cycle, we tuck our chin into your chest, and as we do so, the belly button comes in a little bit, and we look down at our toes. Holding your pose, keep breathing, and on the next breath cycle, begin to look up with our chin, and as we do so, our belly comes out a little bit. There, beautiful. Let's do it one more time, and as we do so, we're going to bring our heels up and down, tuck our chin into our chest, look down at your toes, And as you do so, lift your heels up off the ground. So your heels are up off the ground, your belly button is in, and your gaze is looking down at your toes. On the next breath cycle, the heels come down, the toes come up, and now our gaze looks up and feel the warmth of the sun. Feeling the energy radiating on our cheeks. And on the next breath cycle, our chin comes into our chest, we look down at our toes, and we hold the pose and we keep breathing. On the next breath cycle, we're just going to swing our head, our chin over to the right side, to the chin, to the shoulder on the right side. So swinging our head from low to the shoulder. And now we swing it down below towards our gaze, towards our toes, and over the left shoulder. And now let's do that again as our head swings down, our chin swings down towards the toes, and then swing over to the right shoulder. And very gently swinging down and looking over the left shoulder. And now very gently bring your head front and center, hold the pose, keep breathing, and very gently drop your hands down by your side. So this is a little bit of windmill pose, but it's imagining we're turning from a core, a cylinder, a rod from the crown of our head to the base of our sits bones, and it's the spinal column. And on that column, from that column, we're going to gently turn to the right. Now we've done this in spinal twists, and we'll do flying twists a little bit later on. So what we're going to gently do is turn to the right from the belly, from the ribs, from the heart center, from the shoulders, all over to the right side of the room. So as we do so, our hands also, our arms also turn, and we just hold this pose gently looking to the right. On the next breath cycle, we inhale front and center, and now we gently turn over towards the left. Beautiful. The gentle, easy spinal twist. On the next breath cycle, come front and center as you inhale, and then now we exhale. Let's go over to the right. So your hands are down by your side, and you're turning from your belly, your ribs, your heart center, and finally your chin comes over the right shoulder. And once your chin is over the right shoulder, we're going to gently, with our eyeballs, look a little bit further to the right. So the whole upper torso, from the belly button to your chin, is beginning to turn to the right. So this is a spinal twist. And now on the next breath cycle, we come front and center as we inhale. And now let's go over to the left side. As your hands are down by your side, and gently beginning to spiral from the belly button to the shoulders to the chin. And then finally your eyeballs are looking over to the side of the room. Beautiful. Hold your pose, keep breathing. On the next breath cycle, come back front and center. Well done. Recalibrate the spine. Spirit wave your hands. Yogi marching toes. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's appreciate that I believe I can by caring for ourselves. So what I'd like us to do is bring our hands together and rub them vigorously together. And now we're going to clap 3 times and bring your hands to your cheeks. Feel the warmth on your cheeks radiating. You can look up and feel the warmth of the rays of the sunshine on our cheeks. Imagining that sun warming every single cell of our body, as well as the cosmos, the energy universe. And now we bring our hands together and we rub them vigorously yet again. And we clap 3 times. And bring your hands over your ears. Feel the warmth of your hands, the palms on your ears, radiating so that we might hear clearer. So we might hear the inner voice that's within the recesses of who we are. On the next breath cycle, we bring our hands to our heart center. We rub vigorously 1 more time. Clap 3 more times. And now gently bring your hands over your eyes. Feel the warmth of the palms on your eyes, absorbing inwardly and down through your heart center to your energy source and radiating outward from all parts of who you are. So you have this very powerful aura of energy. Coming back together, rubbing vigorously one more time, clapping 3 times. And now bring your hands over hands to your heart. Warming the heart, warming the essence. And release and shake it out. Well done, well done. So that's part of the self-care. There's a Tai Chi experience where we are going to rub our knees and we're going to bring the energy circulating around. We're going to do that a little bit later, but I want to do some other movements before that. Let's do the ancient cats and cows. So our hands are on our knees. We grow tall and long in our spine, and now we arch our back to the back of the chair, tuck your chin into your chest, and we have cat pose in yoga. Meow. Bring the hands of the inside of the knees, fingertips down, elbows out wide. We lead with our heart over our knees, and we look up towards the ceiling, and we have cow pose. Moo. Arch your back to the back of the chair, tuck your chin into your chest, and look down at your toes, and we have cat pose. Inhale forward, bring your hands to the front of the knees, elbows out wide, lead with the heart, cow pose. Moo. Now we're going to do this one more time. Arch your back to the back of the chair, fingertips come to the front of the knees, round out your shoulders and feel that wonderful stretch from your right hand to the shoulders to your left hand, and having wonderful straight arms, and you feel that arch moving backwards. And now on the next breath cycle, we inhale forward, hands come to the front of the knees, elbows out wide, and we lead with the heart looking up towards the light. Feel the energy radiating downward. And on the next breath cycle, we're going to melt our heart towards our knees, towards a forward fold, and very gently look down at your toes. Hold your pose, keep breathing. Support your lower back with your hands on your knees and your elbows out wide. And in this forward fold, we're recognizing the power of the sun rising and also sun setting. And on the next breath cycle, we're going to swing our shoulders to the right side of the room, back to the back of the chair, to the left side of the room, and swing them forward over our knees. And we're going to make these barrel rolls, these circular rolls, nice and gentle, nice and easily in one direction. Beautiful. Everyone's in unison. Wonderful. And on the next breath cycle, swivel in the opposite direction, finding movement, gentle movement in this orientation of the compass, of the circle, finding new directions, new horizon, new expansive ways of growing and nurturing oneself. I believe I can. Rotating upward, hands come down by your sides, spirit wave your hands, yogi marching toes. Well done, well done. Let's care for ourselves in that power of I believe I can. Arms come straight out in front of you. And now very gently cross your elbows over each other and give yourself a big old hug. Rock back and forth, side to side. Feel the love of kindness. Feel the soothing sensation of rocking easily, caring for oneself. And now paying attention to which arm is our top, that arm is now going to be on the bottom. As we inhale, expand outward, cross your elbows the opposite way, and once again give yourself a hug on this side. So in Tai Chi, there's the yin and the yang, there's the dichotomy of two sides, the sun and the moon. And here in this experience of this yoga move, it's also comparable in understanding that we're caring for the whole person. On the next breath cycle, we inhale, expand outward to robot arms, recognizing that we are human beings and not human doers. And now one palm touches the opposite elbow, and then we cross the forearms over each other as both palms touch the elbows, the opposite elbows. Inhale up with our elbows and our forearms. And now we bring it down to our belly. And here we're going to rock the cradle back and forth, left and right, recognizing that the child within each of us is still there, even as we are adults. The child of innocence, the child that wishes to sing and dance and have joy in their heart and endless summer days of life. And coming back to neutral, and we're going to swing our elbows in a figure 8 fashion, or the infinity symbol, as if there's a number 8 in front of us on a table. And we gently swing our elbows to follow those 2 circles, those 2 joined circles, recognizing that life in our experience is infinite. And now go in the opposite direction, finding balance and equilibrium, just in the gentle circle of the 2 circles of the opposite direction. And on the next breath cycle, release your hands and shake it out. Well done, well done. We're going to work on our hands here a little bit more, and then we're going to work on our legs. Let's come out palms facing forward. And now fingertips down, fingertips up, fingertips down, fingertips up, fingertips out to the side and inward, fingertips out to the side and inward. One more time, fingertips out to the side and inward. Now fingertips up. Bend your elbows, the back side of your hands come to shoulder points. Tuck your elbows into your side body. And now push forward with energy forward. And now back side of the hands come to the shoulder points. And push forward. So as you push forward, imagine energy radiating outward from your heart center. Let's absorb energy as we bring it in. And now push that energy forward. And release and shake it out. Yogi marching toes, spirit wave your hands. Well done, well done. All right, we're going to work our legs out a little bit here. We'll start with the right leg. We'll start with the right ankle, work up to the knee and the hip. We'll do 2 hip different movements, 1 Tai Chi, 1 Yoga. So with the ankle rotation on the right side, we take our hands underneath or in front of the knee, and now we flex that toe to the nose. Flex that toe to the nose on the right side, and we now just do sweeping ankle rotations in one direction. So what we're doing is working on different joints from the head down to the toes. And now, at this point, we're obviously working our ankle as it sweeps in one direction, and now sweeps in the opposite direction, nice and gentle. And on your next breath cycle, release that leg down. Let's bring the other leg up. The left leg, hold on to the knee in front or underneath. And now we sweep ankle directions in one area. And now ankle directions in the opposite. And on your next breath cycle, release the leg down. Yogi marching toes. All right, we're going to isolate the knee. So this time we do grab underneath the knee, behind the knee, at the hamstrings as it comes towards the knee on the right side. So the right leg is up in the sky, and we're going to swivel from the knee down to the ankle as we point the toes and just begin to swivel that leg from the knee downward. Now we'll do the hip and the whole leg in a moment, but this is just a gentle movement of the knee. And now cycle in the opposite direction. And release down. Well done, well done. Let's try the other leg. Left leg comes up, holding the knee underneath there. And now ankle, knee rotations in one direction. Pointing the toe is kind of helpful because it helps to imagine you're tracing a circle right there on the floor. And now cycle in the opposite direction. And then we release down and shake it out. Well done, well done. All right, now we're going to isolate the hip, and we're going to do it in two different fashions, one which is a yoga move and one which is a Tai Chi move. So let's do the yoga move first. So take the left hand to the hip, the left hip. Take the right hand to the front of that knee, the right knee, and just gently on the next breath cycle, we exhale, and that knee comes up to towards the shoulder, the heart center. Flex the toe to the nose. And now what we're going to do is from that right hip, we're going to make circles with the knee out to the side. So the leg, the whole leg really kind of comes along on the journey with the arm supporting that knee. And it's really, you can feel that hip, that right hip mobility, range of motion they call it. And now cycle in the opposite direction. Beautiful, everybody. We got it. And on the next breath cycle, let's bring the knee into the chest. Give it a big hug with both hands. Bring your knee a little bit closer to the heart or to the shoulder. Flex your toe to your nose. And now very, very gently release that leg down. That's called bellows pose and yogi marching toes. We're going to come back to that leg in a moment. We're going to do the other leg. Take the right hand to the right hip, left hand to the front of the knee as we exhale and bring that knee into the chest. Flex the toe to your nose on that left side, and now swivel out and down and back in. Out and down and back in. Nice and easily. Go as wide or as small as you wish to. Nice and gently, knowing your body. And then cycle in the opposite direction. And on the next breath cycle, bring that knee into the chest with both hands. Flex your toe to your nose. Give it a little bit of a squeeze. And then exhale, release, and shake it out. Wonderful. Yogi marching toes. Now, a Tai Chi movement is similar but different. So what we're going to do on this one is do toe touches in the front and into the side. And what we're going to do is similar with our hands. So bring your left hand to the left hip, the right hand to the front of the knee, or right knee, and now lift your heel up off the ground so your toes are just touching. And all we're going to do is bring the leg up and out to the side and touch down. So follow along. So it's up, out to the side, touch down, up, center, down. Very simple. Up, out, touch down, up, front, down. One more time. Up, out to the side and down, up, front, and down. Release. See? It is similar but different. So there's experiences opening the hip, it's hip mobility. Right hand on the right hip, left hand to the front of the knee. Raise the heel of that left foot, toes are on the ground. And now the knee comes up, out to the side and down. Up, center, down. Up, out to the side and down. Up, center and down. One more time. Up, out to the side and down. Up, center, and down. And release and shake it out. Well done, well done. Let's do a thing called circle our breath. Circle our breath is a Tai Chi movement. And it just invites us to remember the circle of our breath cycle. So hands come down by our side. And we can hold the moon. Let's try to hold the moon here. So with holding the moon, there's a position called rising moon and full moon. And we can do that also. But holding the moon is just bringing our hands towards our heart center, radiating energy of the full moon to our essence. And you can imagine that the moon is right here and we're holding it. And so by circling our breath, and then we'll do full moon, rising moon. We drop our hands down by our side. And as we do so, we inhale our hands, and we're not going to clap above our head like we do in yoga. Now, from a point where our hands are up above our head, now they radiate towards our head. And now very gently bring energy down the spinal column, down the center core of who we are as our hands come down. And they're going to come down towards our belly button, and then they're going to sweep back out towards the letter T. So we inhaling up, and then when the hands come up above our head, we exhale, bringing energy down. We're going to do this one more time. This is called circle breath in Tai Chi, Qigong. Up we go. And then the energy radiates down the column, down the golden thread to our energy source. And now we hold the moon once again. And now we're going to rise up with the moon on a full moon day. So just imagine the next time we see a full moon, you're the one who's holding the moon up, okay? So here we go. Bringing the energy towards our belly button, our chi, rising up. And now it's about the heart center height that now we do a thumb to pinky. The pinky comes forward, and then the palms come forward. And now we rise up with our hands in this fashion, and we hold the moon up. And now the hands come down and around. And now we're going to do that 2 more times. So hands come around here toward our belly button, holding the moon, rising up, and it's around the heart center height that we turn thumb to pinky, and the pinkies come forward, the palms come forward, and now they come upward. And you can look up and feel the moon right there. So the next full moon, you're seeing the moon right there, and you're holding it up. And now it sweeps out to the side. And let's do that one more time. Nice and gentle. I'll follow along with you. And now bring your one hand to the belly button and one hand over the belly button. And this is called Wu Ji, a starting pose in yoga. Tai Chi, excuse me. Feel the breath cycle. Notice the breath cycle. Observe the breath cycle. And release and shake it out. Well done, well done. All right. We're gonna set up for our intention now. So, of course, the theme today is I Believe I Can. We all know the storybook story of Little Train That Could, and it's similar to our own lives. We understand the power and change and the effort to make anything happen in our lives, and recognizing the power and belief of I believe I can, believing from the power of the Spirit moving forward. So there's an empowered version of that deep within the recesses of our heart that enjoys the power of blossoming and nurturing and growing and cultivating. So believe that you can in all that you can do. And with that in mind, we set our intention by bringing our hands to heart center and our thumb knuckles pressed into our heart center, elbows out wide. Now open our hands like a book as our elbows come to our side body, and right there in the palms of our hands is the empty story of your new life, new chapter. So we have many chapters in our book of life, and right now is an empty page, those blank pages of the palm of the hand. So take a few moments and think of a character, a person in your story life right now in reality, whether it's past, present, or maybe future. The future manifestation of someone that's going to come into your life. So take a moment here and now of think of that person or group of people and think well of them. Think positivity, think of energy, think of good karma. And now very gently cocoon that thought with our fingertips as our hands move forward towards sun salutation. Inhaling your hands up and over your head. And at the apex, the backside of the hands touch, the thumbs come forward, and we swan dive, lead with the heart, over towards our knees. Fingertips come to our knees, our shins, our ankles, forward fold. And as we do a forward fold, we're looking down at our toes. Holding the pose, keep breathing. Always keep breathing in life. And now very, very gently shift, swing your knees left and right. Feel a little bit of movement in your lower back. And on the next breath cycle, come back to a neutral spine. Push down into the four corners of the feet, rising up, reaching up, clapping above your head. And we're going to chant again those theme words. This one is I believe. I believe. Inhaling your hands now up and over your head. Back side of the hands touch. Swan dive. Lead with the heart towards your knees. And we do another forward fold as the sun rises and sun sets. Once again in our life story. Knees rock back and forth, side to side. Feel a little bit of movement in that experience. And now on the next breath cycle, coming back to neutral, pushing down into the four corners of the feet, rising up, reaching up, clapping above our head. The next chanting word is the word I. Inhaling your hands up and over your head, reaching, reaching, reaching for the apex, the ascension. Back side of the hands touch, swan dive, lead with the heart towards the knees. Forward fold. And very gently the knees come side to side, left and right, feeling that power of the movement of our lives around the solar system and around our own particular sun. Recognizing there's constant motion and movement. And on the next breath cycle, pushing down into the four corners of the feet, rising up, reaching up, inhaling, clapping above our head. And the third chanting word is can. Can. I believe I can. Continuing this thought, bring your right hand to the heart, the left hand swings out to the side. And all we're going to do is say important words of movement from our heart center to the outside as we move that intention out in other ways. So sending the intention from the heart to the universe, we just move the hand to the heart and out to the side as I say important words. And please say those words after me. The first word is send forth, send out, listen, give voice, breathe, and believe. Hands over hand to the heart center. Pause and believe and breathe. Extend your hands straight out in front of you. There's the palm of your hand straight out. There's your intention. Lift it up. And three other important words of power. The first word is gratitude, grace, blessings. Sending the hands back to the heart center. Pause and believe and breathe. And release and shake it out. Well done. One more experience of sun salutation, recognizing sun rising and sun setting, and then we'll really get back into our Tai Chi. Hands come to cactus arms. Bring your hands down to, we're going to bring our elbows to the side body as we tilt and spirit wave our hands left and right, nice and gentle, back and forth. This is a dancing sun. I like to include it as part of our sun salutation series. It just ties together the power that the sun rises and the sun sets, and we feel that movement. And on the next breath cycle, coming back to center, release your hand down by your side and shaking it out. Yay, yogi marching toes, well done. All right, let me get to my listing here. Okay, so let's work on our knees. We've done circle breath. Oh, and we have to do rooster stands on one leg, and we need to do a spinal twist also. So very good, very good. So let's do rubbing our knees. So we did our rubbing of our hands vigorously. Now let's do our knees. So very gently take your legs straight out in front of you. Heels strike the ground perhaps and flex your toes to your nose, okay? Now take your hands and bring them to the top of your knee. And all we're going to do is rub vigorously up and down the knees, warming up the knees. And now we'll do circles with your knees. You can go inside to outside perhaps, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. And now go in the opposite direction. And now very, very gently, what we're going to do is our hands come to our knees. We're going to do a forward fold. So take your hands down your shins, maybe as far as your socks or your sneakers, your shoes, and hold this forward fold. And now on the next breath cycle, what we're going to do is bring our hands behind our knees, behind our legs, towards our Achilles, and slide our hands up the backside of our legs to our knees, to our upper legs. And now the hands come to our hips, and the hands rest on our hips. And very, very gently bring your legs, your feet back to Tadasana, mountain pose, Wuji. And very gently we're going to rock side to side once again. This is a side body stretch. And release and shake it out. Well done, well done. Now the other two poses that I want to do are rooster stands on one leg. Now that is very, very similar to the crunches that we've done on parallel crunches and cross crunch. The only difference is the hand positioning. So with this one, we're going to take our left hand just to the side of our hip. So this is a Tai Chi, Qigong exercise. Rooster stands on one leg. And the palm is facing down and the hand is by the hip. Now, what we're going to do is take the right elbow and bend it, and the fingertips are coming up towards the sky. And all we're going to do is lift the right knee to the right elbow. Lift the right knee to the right elbow. Yeah. And down it comes. Let's do it 2 more times. Up. And down. And up. And down, and release. Well done. That's it. That's called rooster stands on one leg. And it's very similar to our yoga crunches. We do parallel crunches, we do cross crunches, and double crunch train whistle. We're not doing that right now, but we have done it at other times. So now let's do it on the left side. So the right hand comes to the right hip, palm facing down. Left hand comes up, but you bend the elbow and the fingertips on the left side are pointing straight up. And now all we're going to do is take the left knee. I got to get my left to left knee, left elbow as the knee comes up is 1 and down, 2 and down, 3 and down. Exhale, release. Well done, well done. So I'm taking another level of certification in the Tai Chi experience, and so I'm flooded with more and more different sequences of poses and interests. So thought I'd bring that one to us today. All right, I want to do 2 spinal twists before we bring ourselves towards meditation coming full circle. The first one is yoga, and then we'll do windmill. The first one is a flying twist. We know flying twist. So inhale, both hands up towards the sky, and we're gonna flying twist to the right. Spirit wave the left hand. The left hand, the outside of the backside of the hand comes to the outside of the right knee. So the palm of the left hand is facing the right side of the room. Now we take our right hand and orient it and spin it to the right side of the room. And as we do so, we're twisting from the belly, from the ribs, the heart center, and finally the gaze looks over to the right. Now it can look straight forward to the right side, or you can look up towards your fingertips, your thumb perhaps, but both palms are facing the right side, and this is flying twist. We are a beautiful eagle soaring and banking on towards the right side. On the next breath cycle, we're going to inhale our hands up front and center as we recalibrate the spine. Spirit wave your right hand. Right hand, the back side of the hand comes to the left side of the knee. And now it's from the belly, the ribs, the heart center, and finally we fly over to the left as our left hand orients to the left side of the room. So both the right and the left hand are to the left side of the room. And now we're welcomed to look up towards the left hand. Hold your pose, keep breathing. And on the next breath cycle, spiral both hands up towards the center. Exhale very gently down by your side and shake it out. Yogi marching toes, spirit wave your hands. Beautiful, beautiful. So that was a spinal twist in yoga, flying twist. And now we're going to do a spinal twist through Tai Chi Qigong. So very gently, our hands come down by your side, just floating my arms out like this. And now we're going to just gently, it's similar to what we did earlier from the spinal column and the twist, but we can just gently move a little bit more vigorously as we turn to the right. And maybe this left hand comes over the right side, over the right knee, and then it goes over on the opposite side. So we're just beginning to turn left and right very nicely, very slowly. So this is called windmill pose. It has a little bit more vigor than we had earlier in our spinal column as we were warming up the spinal column. So just feel this natural movement of turning left and right in your energy source. And on the next breath cycle, we come back front and center and release. Spirit wave your hands, yogi marching toes. Very good, very good. I'm just looking at our poses here. Very good. We're doing well. All right, we're going to do one more Tai Chi, and it's similar to holding the full moon, but this is called hugging the tree. There are truly tree huggers. I am a tree hugger. The story in my personal life is my grandfather came from the Netherlands in 1920, and on the ship manifest that he came through on Ellis Island, his occupation was a tree grower. So historical true roots of my family that we are tree huggers, tree growers. So let's hug the tree, hold the tree, and it's very similar to holding the moon. But this time our hands are at heart center height, our elbows are out wide, and our thumbs are up and our pinkies are down. And so you're imagining holding and hugging a redwood tree. Maybe it's an elm. Maybe it's a oak tree, a pine tree. Maybe it's whatever favorite tree that you enjoy. So you're holding this pose, your elbows are slightly lowered, and your shoulders are about the same height as your hands, and we hold this pose and breathe. Just for a few breath cycles. So it's actually a meditative stance. So let's just, I'll quiet my voice and let's just enter into just 30 seconds of stillness. And on the next breath cycle, release your hands down by your side and shake it out. Well done, well done. All right, arms come out to cactus arms. We do a clench and a flick, clench and a flick, clench and a flick. Thumb and pinky touch, flick, thumb and ring finger, flick, thumb and middle finger, flick, thumb and index finger, flick, all fingers touch, wrist rotations in one direction, wrist rotations in the opposite direction, all fingers out to the side, and walk like an emu. Bring your hands down lower. We love that pose, right? Great. All right, we're coming back full circle to our gentle meditation awareness of breath cycle. We fused together yoga and Tai Chi in our practice with a little bit more effort on Tai Chi, but now let's come to chair Tadasana. And so our feet are flat on the floor. You know the many different cue points. We flip the back side of the hands on the knees in the giving and the receiving of grace position. And we find the alignment of the back and the neck and the head elevating towards the golden light. Shifting our shoulders, our ears over our shoulders. Doorbelling our nose inwardly, nice and gentle. And we feel the natural rhythm of our breath cycle. Breathing in and out, slowly, deliberately, with intention and purpose, we find meaning in our breath cycle. We transcend time and space, all merging into one breath, that breath right here, right now. So take a few moments here and now and just breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathing in and out. Take a few moments here now as I silence my voice to feel the freedom of breath. Feel the power of the inhalation and the exhalation. Feel and witness, observe, notice. Today's message is, believe that you can. If he did it, why can't I? If she did it, why not me? If they did it, so could us. So could we. Believe that you can and you will. Believe that you can and you will. The question I leave with you is, where today in our lives does that resonate, important message to you? And think upon that today and believe that you can in any fashion, any way in your life. Beginning to wiggle the fingers on our hands and the toes on our feet. With greater movement and ease, we drop our hands off our knees and inhaling our hands up and overhead, clapping above our head. The first chanting word as we bring our thumb knuckles to the heart center, the first chanting word is, I believe. I believe. Inhaling your hands up and over your head, clapping above your head. The second chanting word is the word believe, can. Can. Inhaling your hands up and over your head, clapping above your head. The third chanting word is the word I. I believe I can. I believe, can I? Can I believe that I can? Such a play on words, the power, the merge of interchangeable thoughts, moving through time and space, recognizing that I believe I can believe I can. The chanting bells are rung 3 times in the power of the spirit, mind, and body coming together to form one. The unity of the Trinity in our spirit, our mind, and our body, believing that we can. We can indeed. I believe. Pausing, believing, breathing, inviting, giving permission for the sounds of the bells to resonate, to reverberate, not only through every single cell of your body, but through the greater cosmos and the infinite world beyond. We bow forward to each other and say, Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Peace with you. Peace, peace, peace. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Great, everybody. Well done. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Will, have a great one. Another great class. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you.